The SF-425, also called the Federal Financial Report, is not asking you to retell the whole grant story. It is asking whether the money story is coherent, what federal cash came in, what was spent, what obligations remain, and whether your internal records support those numbers. For this episode, I am using the grants.gov SF-425 version 3.0 instructions. The current instruction file identifies the form as the Federal Financial Report and shows an expiration date of June 30th, 2028. Before anyone opens the form, read the award terms or the agency reporting notice. The form has places for report type, basis of accounting, project period, and reporting period end date, but those labels do not tell you when your specific report is due or what system your agency wants. The cover information looks administrative, but it matters. The instructions mark the federal agency, grant number, recipient organization, unique entity identifier, employer identification number, project period, and final date of the reporting period as required fields. If those do not match the award record, the financial numbers may be hard to trust. The first transaction block is federal cash. Line 10A is cash receipts. Line 10B is cash disbursements. Line 10C is cash on hand, calculated as line 10A minus line 10B. Small teams should reconcile this against drawdowns, reimbursements, bank activity, and the grant ledger. The next block is not just cash. It asks for total federal funds authorized, the federal share of expenditures, the federal share of obligations that have not been paid yet, total federal share, and the unobligated federal balance. In plain English, it asks how much federal money is available, used, promised, and still unused. If the award has cost share or match, the recipient share lines deserve careful attention. Line 10I is the total recipient share required. Line 10J is the recipient share of expenditures. Line 10K is the remaining recipient share to be provided. This should connect to your match documentation, not memory. Program income is where teams can get nervous, and rightly so. The form asks for federal program income earned, income expended under the deduction alternative, income expended under the addition alternative, and unexpended program income. Do not choose a treatment casually. Check the award terms. For line 11, the form asks about indirect expense. The instructions break it into the type of indirect expense, rate, period, base, amount charged, and federal share. Whether your organization uses a negotiated rate or a standard 10% rate when allowed, the form should match the method approved for the award. For line 12, use remarks for required explanations. Use it when a number needs context, when the agency asks for specific support, or when a timing issue would otherwise look strange. Keep the explanation short, factual, and connected to the records you can produce later. The certification section is not a decoration at the bottom. The form requires the authorized certifying official's name, title, signature, telephone number, email address, and date submitted. That signer is effectively saying the organization has reviewed the report and can stand behind it. A better workflow starts before the form opens. Pull the award, amendments, current approved budget, general ledger, payment records, drawdown records, match documentation, program income support, indirect cost documentation, and prior reports. The SF-425 should summarize records, not create them. Before you submit the report, reconcile the lines as a set. Cash receipts should make sense against payment activity. Federal spending should make sense against the grant ledger. Recipient share should match source files. Income earned under the award should follow the approved treatment. Indirect charges should tie back to the documented rate. Common problems are surprisingly ordinary. Using the wrong final date for the reporting period, confusing cash received with expenses incurred, reporting match that has no backup, and treating unpaid obligations as a vague estimate. These are usually fixable process issues. They point to the need for a stronger review routine. For a small nonprofit, a practical review can be simple. Finance prepares the numbers. The program lead confirms the spending period and activity context. The authorized signer reviews the form, support, and any remarks. If one person wears multiple hats, slow down and make the checklist explicit. The best time to prepare an SF-425 is not the day it is due. Close the books by award, save support as you go, and keep match, income, and indirect cost records in the same grant folder. Then the report becomes a careful summary, not a late-night reconstruction.